This has to be the best image generator out there to date. Yo, what's up? It's your one and only Stoutimon, and in this video, we're going to be going through QWEN image generator and a simple practical use case that can help you scale your content game by making some awesome thumbnails. Alright, so the workflow you are looking at is a QWEN text to image workflow. My Google Drive, unfortunately, is quite full, and I don't know how else to share it with you guys, but I'll probably have a link in the description on how you can get this workflow as well. Before we begin though, I'm going to make some changes to this workflow. Since stage attention does not work with QWEN, I'll be removing that node and the torch compile node, because QWEN has its own torch compile node. Once we have the node added to the workflow, you want to connect the model node to the torch compile node, and from the model node to the sampling aura flow. The other node that I will change as well is the clip loader. So instead of using a Google clip loader, I'll add a load clip, and we will use a FP8 scale clip. Once the load clip node is added to the workflow, we'll connect it to the Power LoRa loader and set it to QWEN image. The model I will be using is the distilled Q4. Now, while there isn't much difference between the Q8 and the Q4 tends to work faster on my 12 gigs VRAM. The LoRa we'll be using for this is the QWEN 4 to 8 steps LoRa. Everything else should remain the same. I don't particularly like film grain in my images, so I'll remove that, but I will keep the image sharpening. From here, you can just adjust the settings to how you want it, but for the steps, we'll only use 4 steps. And then I use either Euler and Beta or Euler and Simple for the scheduler and sampler. And with that, our workflow is ready to go. Now, these are some of the images that I had made with QWEN. The details are kind of insane, and they weren't meant to look realistic. These were exaggerated images that were meant to use in a thumbnail. So I had a kind of bare bones prompt that I used for my thumbnails, just weird and exaggerated expressions, and we'll go through some of them that I've created. So the first one we have is the shocked expression. This was supposed to be kind of a mind-blown expression. As you can see, if you do zoom in, the details do look very AI. And that is something that you could fix by adjusting the prompt or adding details to the prompt. This was the thinking face one. This was the pointing at the camera one. This was pointing towards text, so if you're having your character on the left or the right, and you could point towards the text to add emphasis to your thumbnail as well. I think this one was the mind-blown one. This was the skeptical one. This was the aha moment. And this was like the victory stance. I have a bunch of these that I created to use on my thumbnails. By the end of the video, I'll show you the results of the thumbnail. Once you have the workflow, you can just drag and drop it into Comfy UI. You want to click on the manager and click on install missing nodes. And any of the missing nodes that you have in the workflow will pop up here. You install it, you restart Comfy, and they should run perfectly. If you do want me to do a in-depth installation guide on how you can get the models that I use, do let me know in the comments. Now, this is a simple way I use to make thumbnails. Do check out the channel for other videos and where I do deep dives in how you can create thumbnails easy for yourself. If you're looking for a way to turn your content into cash, as I've done for many of my clients, click the link below. Book a free call with me now.